Kwame dragged Addis behind a moss-crusted boulder, his hand clamped over her mouth. The howls echoed again, closer now, guttural and wrong, like voices dragged through broken glass. Moonlight sliced through the trees, illuminating the figures pursuing them, hunched, clawed shadows with glowing hyena eyes. Nkisi wraiths, Kwame hissed. They are drawn to the Onyozi's pulse in your blood. Stay silent, or we die. Addis beat his palm. He recoiled, and she spun, lightning crackling in her fist. Who sent you? My father. The cult. Kwame smacked, wiping blood from his split lip. If I wanted you dead, princess, you'd already be a scorch mark. He yanked her down as a wraith lunged, its claws gouging the boulder where her head had been. Run. They crashed through the forest, thorns tearing at their clothes. Addis' scars flared, summoning a gust to hurl a wraith into a tree. Kwame's shadows lashed out, snapping another's neck. But more kept coming. Why are they after you? Addis panted, Kwame's gaze darkened. Same reason they're after you. We are both mistakes. They stumble into a clearing where the trees bleed black sap, their roots coiled around skeletal remains. Addis' lightning reflects off the sap, revealing faded murals of a lion and hyena locked in battle. This place reeks of the cult, Kwame mutters, kicking aside a skull. They mark their territory. Addis touches the mural, and it shifts. The lion's jaws clamp around the hyena's throat. Your ancestors and mine. They fought before. And they'll keep fighting, Kwame says bitterly, unless we end it. A wraith materializes from the sap, its claws dripping venom. Addis' lightning fuses with Kwame's shadows, reducing it to ash. But the trees shudder, and the ground cracks open. A dozen more wraiths crawl out, new stakes. The grove is a cult trap. The duo must escape before the sap entombs them. They stumble into a cavern, its walls glittering with bioluminescent fungi. Kwame bars the entrance with a slab of stone, his shadows weaving a seal. Addis backs away, lightning still dancing on her fingertips. Relax, he says. If I wanted the Onyozi, I'd have let the wraith skin you alive. He peels off his tunic, revealing a scarred torso, and a jagged, iridescent mark over his heart, identical to Addis. She freezes. How? Your father wasn't the only fool who played with star metal. Kwame tosses her a water skin. My father, the king of Dahoma, stole a shard of the Onyozi's twin, the eternal sigh, to cure my sister's plague. It worked. Until she melted into a puddle of shadows. Addis' stomach churns. The meteorite did this to us? No. Kwame's shadows ride like caged serpents. Our fathers did. The stones are just weapons. The hands that wield them. That's where the poison lies. Addis notices a faint shimmer in the cave, a child's ghostly handprint. When she touches it, Zora's voice echoes, he tried to save me. But the stone. It hungers. Kwame tenses. You hear her too. Zora's shadow flickers on the wall, repeating her final moments, their father's ritual, her screams, the eternal sigh burrowing into her chest. Addis grips his arm. We'll make it right. Kwame pulls away. You don't know what right looks like. Kwame lights a fire with a flick of his shadow. Addis flinches, afraid of the dark, Stormbringer. He taunts, afraid of you, she snaps. Your people raided our villages. Slaughtered children. And yours burned my mother alive for witchcraft. Kwame's voice turns icy. We are both heirs to blood feuds. But right now, the call that created those wraiths wants us both dead. So unless you'd rather fight them alone. He extends a hand. Adis hesitates, then clasps it. A spark leaps between their scars, and visions flood her mind, a younger Kwame, screaming as shadows burrow into his skin. A sorcerer in hyena pelts chanting over the eternal sigh. A prophecy, 2 heirs, 2 stones. Flesh and shadow, merged as one. They break apart, gasping, what was that? Adis demands, Kwame stares at his hands. The stones. They are bound. And so are we. Adis steps outside the cave to clear her head. The night sky swirls with unnatural constellations, the stars form the sorcerer's hyena sigil. She hears her father's voice, you were meant to rule this storm, Adis. Not fear it. Kwame finds her, shadows coiled tightly around him. The stars are lies. The court bends them. Then we'll bend them back, she says, lightning arcing between her fingers. At dawn, they climb a ridge overlooking Zamunda. The palace smolders, smoke spirals from the eastern wing. Adis knees buckle, the cult, Kwame says grimly. They are making their move. I have to go back. My father is either dead or their puppet by now. Kwame grips her shoulders. The only way to save your kingdom is to find the eternal side before the cult does. Your Onyozi and my shadow magic together might be enough to destroy both stones. Adis wrenches free. Why should I trust you? You shouldn't. Kwame steps closer, his breath warm on her neck. But you don't have a choice. Their scars hum in unison. Adis' storm swells inside her, wild and aching. When their lips meet, lightning splits the sky, a deafening roar answers, they turn. Below, the valley swarms with wraiths, hundreds of them, and at their head rides a sorcerer in a cloak of human teeth. The eternal sai pulses in his hand, dripping liquid shadow, or, little prince, the sorcerer croons. You've brought me the Stormbringer. How obedient of you. Kwame goes rigid. Father. The sorcerer throws back his hood. Adis recoils, King Jabari's face stares back, but warped, his eyes pools of tar, his crown fused to his skull, not quite, daughter, the thing rasps in Jabari's voice. Though his body serves well. Kwame snarls, shadows erupting like black flames. What did you do to him? The false Jabari smiles. The same thing I'll do to you. The Onyozi and Etenhosai were never meant to be destroyed. They are meant to be merged, and you, my heirs, are the key. He raises the Etenhosai. Kneel, and I'll let your kingdoms burn quickly. Adis' lightning strikes first. The sorcerer laughs, dissolving into smoke. The wraith surge, Kwame grabs her hand. The cave. Now. They run, the horde at their heels. As they plunge into the cavern, Kwame's shadows seal the entrance, but the walls tremble as the sorcerer's voice slithers through cracks in the stone. You cannot hide, little storms. I will peel the flesh from your bones and take what's mine. In the cave's depths, the Onyozi shard glows, embedded in the skull of Zamonda's first queen. Her corpse opens its eyes and rises, bones clattering, you dare awaken me, child of storms. Nkemdirem's voice echoes. The storm song is a dirge. Break the bond, or join the chorus. Adis reaches for the shard, but the queen's skeletal hand seizes her wrist. Your father's arrogance doomed you. Will you repeat his fate? Kwame's shadows lash out, but the queen disintegrates them with a glance. The shadow prince knows his destiny. Do you? The queen's corpse collapses into dust, leaving the uneasy shard hovering in the air. Adis grasped it, and the cave screams, walls cracking to reveal the sorcerer's army outside. Kwame's shadows recoil as his veins turn black. "It's in me," he rasps. "The curse. Kill me now." Lumina's story isn't over, it's a seed waiting to grow. But seeds need light. And you are the light. Nurture it. Or let the world stay dark. Adis and Kwame confront the skeletal Queen Kemdrim, who reveals a dire choice: will they cast Onyosi meteorite to save their people or let them perish? As Adis learns the lethal ritual, Kwame battles the sorcerer's shadow cast consuming him. Betrayals and visions unravel their past, culminating in Kwame's sacrificial death to merge the stones. Adis survives, clutching the fused meteorite, whispering his voice, only to face villagers, now eerily transformed, demanding a ruler or sacrifice. Subscribe now. Let these roots weave you into our story. Or fade into the silence. If this tale moved you, smash like. Let the fire spread, or watch it die. Ring the bell. Or get lost when the next storm hits.